Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're doing amazing. Seminole Academy is about to show us why it sucked to be a pirate. Now, I'm going to say scurvy, potentially dying, treason, other, mutineers shooting at you. You're on a ship in the middle of the ocean. Not fun, bad health, just to name a few. But let's jump into it, shall we? I'm Shields. This is what we do. We react to history. Hey, kids.
Hey, little Jimmy. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, it's a different intro. It's not Hey Kids, Little Jimmy.
Do you like Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah, it's alright. So do you think it'd be fun to be a pirate? Yeah. Well, guess what? You couldn't be more wrong. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know. At some point, every kid has dreamed about being a swashbuckling, corn-shuckling, wife-cuckling, cocksuckling pirate, but
Okay.
trust me when I say, it was really not all it's cracked up to be. First, we'll talk about the food. So one staple of the pirate diet was salted meat, usually
Yes. Salted meat, usually pork, um, or beef that's been in provisions and boxes, and or very crumbly, hard-tacked type of either wheat or just regular what do you call it? Is either buckwheat or regular wheat, like wheels, and then you have cheese, and then of course beer. I mean, it sounds okay, actually.
wild oxen or pork. And I love jerky as much as the next guy, but this wasn't like a bag of Jack Links. In fact, it was probably closer in texture to your shoes than any meat you've ever eaten. In those days, you couldn't just snap into a Slim Jim. That's a modern luxury that we take for granted. Back then, the slogan was, gnaw on a Slim Jim for minutes on end, grinding it between your molars while the gallons of salt turn your mouth into a desert until the mangled hunk of flesh in your mouth is just soft enough to be shoved down your greasy fucking pirate throat without tearing a hole.
That don't sound as fun. By the way, pirates would love Slim Jims.
Another essential food item was known as hardtack. This was essentially just flour and water baked into a cracker-like brick. Beyond the fact that it was totally flavorless, hardtack was also extremely dense, to the point where pirates would often have to slam their fists down on it in order to break it into pieces small enough to fit in their mouth.
And hardtack's not like a pirate-only thing. We saw it specifically, I think it was like the Civil War version of hardtack, and I mean, people use hardtack throughout wars, whether it be the 19th century, the 20th century, even. But it's as it says, and there's like an evolution of this tack. I mean, people necessarily have been utilizing this format of nutrition since the Roman days. Whenever yeah, like me, we packed it together in my her. I keep using personal pronouns. I wasn't there, but I've seen a lot of times where they would actually utilize like some hot oil to break it up and make it more palatable, but it's definitely not a tasty thing by itself.
As long as it was kept dry, hardtack almost never spoiled, although it often became infested with weevils. Excuse me, sir? I'm a vegan, so like, can I have a new piece? One without any of Mother Nature's beautiful creatures in it? Thanks. Wait a minute, is this gluten-free? This better be hemp rope. Nah, but the weevils didn't make you sick or change the taste all that much, so, and this is true, the crew would just eat it in the dark, so that way they couldn't tell if they were eating a normal chunk or a
I mean, you would definitely find out when you started chewing.
weevily one. Then there's the crowding. So pirate ships typically packed in as many crew members as possible, because more pirates means more manpower when you go to board an enemy ship. Of course, the downside to that is that you're basically like a bunch of hairy, unwashed sardines. Let me illustrate what a typical night below deck was like. So you're sprawled out on the damp, musty wood floor. Everything's pitch black, you can't see a thing. The smell of the filth and the mold forces you to only breathe through your mouth. Suddenly, your left hand feels wet. Probably just seawater leaking through the hull. You sniff your hand, nope, no, that's piss. You feel something furry rub up against your elbow. It was either the body of a diseased rat or the beard of your diseased crewmate. Either way, that's probably where the piss came from. Some guy's moaning loudly in the next room. Hopefully he's just jerking off, because if he's dying, that's one more body to deal with in the morning. Rinse and repeat for 8 hours, and then it's daytime.
Uh Just throw me off the boat.
Poor diet and cramped conditions led to disease being a huge problem aboard pirate ships.
Yeah, and like you're so close quarters that you're gonna have to either have crowd immunity or you're just going to succumb.
The most well-known of these diseases is scurvy, where you
Right.
don't get enough vitamin C. When scurvy first begins, you just kind of feel tired all the time, no big deal. Then you get weird spots on your skin and your gums start bleeding. This progresses until all your teeth fall out and all of your body's mucous membranes start gushing blood and pus, causing you to die.
Makes me feel like I need to go floss just watching that.
So that's a lot of fun. There were tons of other diseases too. I won't
Oh jeez. Oh what? He just I almost started reading these off and I'm so glad I didn't. Just read if you want.
go through them all, but here's a few honorable mentions. Also, some people say that alcoholism is a disease. I might just be disturbed, but that's one sickness I could definitely get down with. If it is a disease, then yeah, just about every pirate had this one. If anything, though, I'd call that one of the few upsides of pirate life. Finally, there's the combat. So you've gone through all these disgusting, horrible living conditions, but at least you can enjoy the thrill of battle, right? Swinging from rope to rope, sword in your mouth, long, intense saber duels, that kind.
I mean that did not happen at all. Like that might have happened once or twice, but that was not prevalent. Pirates were first off heavily used guns, um, more than anything. We need to do more pirate videos on this channel.
Kind of thing. But that's typically not how it went down. For one thing, when pirates boarded a ship, 9 times out of 10, they'd just surrender immediately. Because what are a bunch of well-groomed merchants gonna do against a horde of disgusting barbarians?
Yeah, unless you're like also invading, like I said, or not invading. You're attacking some mutineers, or good luck. But what if you were the Royal Navy or a military ship? What type of response are these guys really going to give you besides, oh no, please don't shoot?
If the defending ship did decide to fight back, though, the resulting brawl wouldn't be anything like the movies. It'd be way worse, like immediate R rating. Because pirates rely a lot on brutality, both because they don't have much real training, and because it scares the shit out of people. If you were a deckhand on an invaded ship and you were stupid enough to fight back, you wouldn't be dancing around doing flips and shit, none of that. Instead, they'd probably shoot you in the stomach with a flintlock pistol, kick you to the ground, chop off your shoulder blade with a hand axe, gouge out your eyes with a marlin spike, wind your intestines around the prow, and then toss your twitching body overboard. And that's only a slight exaggeration. Honestly, if Jack Sparrow got attacked by actual pirates, he wouldn't last a second. It's kinda like
Nah, not Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow would never get caught.
a used car salesman going to prison, like, I'll be fine. If anybody tries intimidating me, I can get out of it with my quick wit and charming personality. Boy, you look real pretty from behind. Oh wow, I'm boned. So yeah, in short, if you were thinking about pulling a Captain Phillips anytime soon, I'd advise against it. That's all for today. Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
10 out of 10 stars. Amazing. Pirates. Yeah, like I said, we need to do more pirate videos. Let me just let this be an open discussion. Put down your anchors and your comments in the the comments down there. Some video suggestions on history around pirates. I think we've done a few. I know we've done a few around Blackbeard and like the Golden Age of Piracy. But I'm open to anything really when it comes to pirates. Really interesting stuff, right? Yeah, there's not much else to say. Thank you guys so much for being here. Peace out and bye bye.